Hello everybody, welcome to Michigan International Speedway for the Michigan 200. It is round 2 out of 9 for Velocity Online Racing Season 2. We are here at the 2-mile D-shaped oval of Michigan. Most people will probably say it's an exact copy of Auto Club Speedway, which we will be running later on in the season, by the way. So it is going to be great multi-groove pack racing for the second round in this 9-race season. The track here, 4 turns at 18 degrees, 2 miles, 3.2 kilometers. The starting grid for today's race, then Matt Houston on the pole once again, the second pole in this season, to the 2.855. Then we got Luis Gonzalez in P2. Then P3 and P4 go to Julien ALTENA and Oscar Fredriksson. Then row 3 the inside Alex van der Sant, and the outside of row 3 Jim Herrick making his first start in the league. P7 and P8 go to Robert Sadler and Marcus HUSTON respectively. P9 and P10 go to Dave STEADMAN and AJ Musselman. P11 and P12 we have Tyler BLUME and Christopher Kreska. Kreska not setting a time, as well as Ryland DUESBURRY, winner of the home set 300k last week. The pace car is in and the green flag is out, and we are racing for round 2. And at the end of the first lap, Luis Gonzalez Nunez is your leader from Matt Houston in P2. Luis Gonzalez Nunez making his return in the league. His first race in here after Charlotte Season 1. It's been a while since he's raced with us, but he's back, so welcome back to Luis. And we hope that he is enjoying his time right now in the lead. As you can see, one of the Velocity Online Racing cars going to P2 now, passing Matt Houston. And that might be Oscar Fredriksson, as Robert Sadler is now in P4 in front of Julien ALTENA in P5. And he's got Alex van der Sant behind him. And so far, we're on lap 3. It's been insane pack racing, and it's only lap 3. Just keep that in mind. It's going to be great racing all the way to the end. It's going to be flat out. The fuel stint is going to be above 30 laps, so you can easily split it into a 2-stop strategy, pitting on lap 35, 70, and then just going to the end. So it's a pretty straightforward race without any cautions. Of course, if there is a caution, then most people will probably be looking to pit anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. But back up front, Luis Gonzalez Nunez still defending from Oscar Fredriksson, who is driving right behind him. As Robert Sadler and Julien ALTENA are also battling. Now going to lap 6, a little bit further into the race. We are on board with Jim Herrick, and he is going to hit the wall coming out of turn 2. And I can tell you that Jim isn't really used to running the oval, so the error wash is just catching him off guard really. And it is race over already on lap 6 of the race, and that's a very unfortunate end to his race. He was running pretty well. Not really in the top 10. He was pretty much around that top 10 anyway, so he wasn't doing that bad, to be honest, and it's just race over for him already, without even properly starting it. And on to lap 12 now, 6 laps later, Ryland DUESBURRY makes the same mistake. This one isn't really defendable, if that's a word even. Yeah, Ryland just also getting caught off guard by the dirty air there, so he pushes up into the wall, and that's also going to be pretty much race over for him. He might not have as much damage as Jim, but his car is for sure going to lack a lot of speed now. But lap 15, you can see Oscar Fredriksson just sliding up to the turn 2 wall, and Julien ALTENA had to get on the brakes even. And Alex van der Sant is going to gain 2 positions in one go on the backstretch. And he's going to move himself up into P5 now. As Julien ALTENA is on the low line. There's not really much grip on there on the old tires, and he's going to spin out coming out of turn 4. Just losing it on the less banking on the low line. And it is progressive banking on this track. The low line is a little bit less banked than the top 2 lines. And yeah, Julien is around. No damage for him, luckily. So he can just carry on and finish the race from now. He is for sure gonna hope for some yellows. As you can see, Ryland DUESBURRY still racing around with that wounded car. And he's gonna go around Untitled BLUME there. He might also have damage. And it is a pretty easy and straightforward move for Ryland there. Not really the great race that he wanted to follow up the Homestead race. As you can see, Robert Sadler and Luis Gonzalez Nunez battling up front. And Robert Sadler underestimated the line that Lewis was taking. And he just turned into the corner. And yeah, Lewis is there. He can't really disappear. So that was unfortunate for Robert. He's gonna be sent into the wall. And that is race over for him. And that's gonna end a really strong run for him. As we go to lap 36 now, like I said earlier, the pit stops, the fuel strategy is about 35 laps, and Luis Gonzalez Nunez is the race leader, pitting on lap 36, and he's gonna come out around P4. As we now go all the way to lap 94, not much really happened. Everybody has been really spread out, just the dirty air and the gaps being really big. As you can see, Dave STEADMAN going into the wall, coming out of turn 4, and he also getting caught off guard by the dirty air and the aero push. Coming out of the corner, and he might not have really used the tools properly in his car to make his car loosen up a little bit. And going into turn 1, he wants to turn into the turn, but no one's there to help him. And that is going to be day done for Dave STEADMAN as well. And that accident finally brought out the race's first caution, by the way. We forgot to mention that. All the incidents before did not bring out a caution, surprisingly, but this one did. And Oscar Fredriksson is the only one under that restart who didn't pit for fresh tires. Everybody else behind him did, so he's going to be a sitting duck on the restart, I assume. But the green flag is back out. We got 3 laps to go, and Luis Gonzalez is going to look to take the lead on the outside now. As you can already see, everybody going side by side by side in the back as well. Going into turns 1 and 2, it's Luis Gonzalez on the outside. Still battling Oscar Fredriksson, and they're going 3 wide behind those two. That's Julien ALTENA, HUSTON, I believe, and Asian Musselman. I'm pretty sure that is. So the top 6 has really pulled away from the other guys. You can see Marcus Hudson, Tyler BLUME, and Alex van der Zandt as well in the back. They're not really strong on this restart in particular, but I think Alex might be able to get his way back up to the front. But we'll have to wait and see. You can see Matt Houston and Julien ALTENA going side by side now as well, getting really close to each other. But no major dramas there so far. And they're still going 3 wide up front now, as well as the row behind. So it's 3 by 3 wide now. That's pretty interesting stuff. Coming to the white flag now. Luis Gonzalez Nunez still leading from Julien ALTENA, Matt Houston, Oscar Fredriksson losing 2 positions there to AJ Musselman, and Christopher Kresge in that fight as well. As you can see, Musselman going down the inside now of Matt. And this top 6 is really only in contention for the win right now. Oscar Fredriksson going up high, losing momentum and losing positions. But up front, Luis Gonzalez is going to win, but AJ Musselman and Julien ALTENA are going to be really close. But Julien ALTENA just about beats him to the line. So it's going to be Julien in P2, AJ Musselman taking his first top 3 in the league. So congratulations to him. Matt Houston is going to finish in P4, and P5 goes to Christopher Kresge. Oscar Fredriksson on all tyres hangs on to P6. Luis Gonzalez wins on his first race back in the league. Congratulations to him. The next race is going to be at Watkins Glen International, the first of 2 road courses this season, the second being Road America. So we look forward to seeing you then. Thanks everybody for watching, and see you all next week.